I'd ask you guys if you'd want to go on a safari, but we can't do that anymore here. That just really bums me out. Everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Vitamin M, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Silver here. In the last episode, we arrived here in Fuchsia City after taking down Erica at Celadon City with her grass types and everything. And here in Fuchsia City, this is one of the best examples of things just being really truncated in Kanto here. You really can't do anything here besides the gym. If you remember, if you played Generation 1 or the remakes or anything like that, you had the Safari Zone, and that was available to you. Well, that isn't available to you here. I know in the remakes, though, they have the POW Park, which allows you to transfer from 3rd generation games, which is definitely pretty nice, but I guess the upside to that is there's a new Safari Zone over in Johto, off of where Cyanwood was in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but it just stinks. I remember playing this the very first time, and there was no Safari Zone whatsoever, and this is all you can do in Fuchsia City, is just go to the gym. It's really not that fun here. But that's exactly what we're going to be doing this episode. We're going to be fighting the gym leader right here, Janine. I always called her Jeanne or something like that. I just didn't know how to pronounce her name. But I've already gone ahead and fought these people, so basically they would be disguised as Janine, and you would only find out if it was the real Janine if, well, you talked to them, and eventually you had to risk battling them. But this is the real one right here, right over here to the west wall. So, obviously we still have this puzzle of the invisible walls right here that you can clearly see. I don't know how the picture is going to come out in this video, because I had to download a new version of the emulator that I'm using. It turns out I couldn't open mine for some reason, and it looks a lot cleaner and sharper now. It looks great. But anyways, here we go straight into our fight here. Foo. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm only joking. I'm the real deal. Janine of Fuchsia Gym, that's me. So, this is our replacement for Koga, if you ever played Generation 1. And Janine is actually Koga's daughter right here. But, here we go. Janine wants to fight. And she's gonna have Crobat, but it's level 36. I've talked about how underwhelming these Kanto gym battles are. Janine is where that shines the most. Janine is the weakest of all the gym leaders, period. Which really sucks. She doesn't have a Pokemon that's over level 40, and I'm glad they fixed that in the remakes, but this is just terrible. But anyways, she has a Crobat, as, you know, like father, like daughter, I guess. Level 36, Poison Flying type with the moves Wing Attack, Confuse Ray, Supersonic, and Screech. Even though you're going to be pretty high leveled in this, I mean, you can't really underestimate her, period. She's just that much weaker. But I'm just so disappointed with this, honestly. I just thought, I don't know, I always get to this part and the battles are definitely underwhelming. I thought they would have been a lot tougher than Johto's gym badges. But anyways, Ariados here, level 33, Bug Poison type, String Shot, Nightshade, Giga Drain, and Scary Face. Her team is really not that great, period. And Ariados is no exception whatsoever. This is just, I just really hate getting to this part, and then the battles are all super underwhelming. I really don't like that. But up next is Weezing. And what do I want to do here? I actually want to go with, go ahead and go with Typhlosion here. Weezing, level 36, pure poison type. The moves Sludge Bomb, Smog, Toxic, and Explosion. So watch out for that explosion there, obviously. You fought enough of these things to really watch out for those by this point anyways. I don't know why I didn't use Dig, but her team is super duper easy. I don't even know if you can even underestimate her. She's just that weak, and it's really unfortunate. But I'm just repeating myself here. And next is her next Weezing right here, so she basically took Lieutenant Surge's strategy. Weezing level 36, basically a carbon copy, pure poison type also, with the move Sludge Bomb, Smog, Toxic, and Explosion also. So, super duper easy. Nothing really else to say, period, about that Weezing. It's a super duper low leveled. And her last Pokemon is by far her best one, if you can even say that. Venomoth. What do you know? Just like Koga. Level 39, Bug Poison type, once again is not a flying type. With the moves, whoa, used a dire hit, okay. With the moves Toxic, Psychic, Double Team, and Supersonic. If you've got a fire type, this thing's going down. You've fought Koga probably plenty of times by this point, and you got this under your belt. But that is Janine right there. Super duper underwhelming, and it's... I'm not even going to repeat myself. It's not even worth it. But anyways, we got the soul badge here. So that is our 6th gym badge right here. We're looking pretty good. You're so tough. Well, you're just so weak. That's your problem. I have a special gift. It's Toxic, a powerful poison move that steadily saps the victim's HP. One of them received TM06, and this is finally where we get the Toxic TM. And I think she is the only other gym leader that gives you a TM. If I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of nice. I'm actually going to go ahead and teach that to Skarmory. If you get... Whoa, not Zapcannon. If you get Toxic, one of the best things that you can do with that is give it to your wall. And Skarmory is by far our wall on our team. And it's going to be pretty darn helpful, because you can use it to just chip down everything that can be thrown your way. So I'm actually going to head and... I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Swift here. I don't really need it. And we're all set here. So, yeah, I mean, we really don't have that much to go in Kanto. We've only got 3 gym badges to go. I'll be honest with you guys, I've already gone ahead and fought everybody else in the region except the gym leaders. If you go to the east right here, we have some great opportunities for raising some Pokemon right here. I think there's an item right here. Nope, okay. That's just a weird inlet right there. Alright, but if we go out this way to, I believe this is Route 15 right there. I don't even know if that item's really that helpful. Actually, fun fact, I think there's 2 trainers right here that are teachers, and I think they're the only ones in the game, which is kind of funny. But if we go right up here, and you cut that down right there, there'll be this lady up here, and she will offer you an in-game trade. Now, what you have to catch is a new Pokemon on this route available to you by the name of Chansey. And if you've played Pokemon before, you know that Chansey is pretty darn rare. It has a 1% chance to appear in the wild grass here on this route, all the way up to the routes leading up to Lavender Town, basically. And Chansey is actually a pretty good Pokemon. It's by far one of the best, if not the best, special wall in the game. It has really crummy attack and and physical defense, with only 5 within that range or so. But it gets a ton of HP, it's one of the best special walls, and it even gets better in later games with, I think, different abilities. I think it can get Serene Grace, which is definitely pretty good. But it's a wall, and it does evolve into Blissey, which just gets a buttload of HP. It's really good. But if you give her Chansey, what do you get? Well, this is the only place in the game to get one of the fossil Pokemon, and that is Aerodactyl. And if you had a tough time fighting Lance and his Aerodactyl, that was for good reason. Aerodactyl is really, really good. It's by far one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, and it hits awfully hard. It's brutal. Super fast, super hard-hitting. It's a rock-type sweeper, rock-flying type. It's an incredible Pokemon. Unfortunately, it doesn't really learn Rock Slide, but does get Ancient Power, but it is a really good Pokemon. It's just a shame it comes this late in the game, though, which I really hate, but Aerodactyl is a really good Pokemon, for sure. But there are only a few Pokemon that you can get through via the... words are hard. Via the Time Machine mechanic that was introduced to us by Bill way back in Acrutic City. You can only get the Kanto starters, the fossil Pokemon. Some version exclusives if you don't have gold, or a buddy who's got gold or crystal with you to play with. And I think I already said the fossil Pokemon. And the legendary birds and Mewtwo. And there might have been some Mew events or stuff like that, but I totally went past where I wanted to go. Show something off to you guys here. But there's only a handful of those Pokemon that you need to be using the Time Machine for. But it's just a shame you can't really come across them. Especially Mewtwo, that would have been pretty cool. But if we talk to this guy right here, on the Silent Bridge, just south of Lavender Town here, he says, "I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I can see that you like fishing. There's no doubt in my mind at all. So, I know I'm right? Heck yeah, man! Yes, just as I thought. Here, fishing fan, take this. It's a super rod. Vitamin M, receive the super rod. This is the best fishing rod in the game. Try your hand at fishing wherever there is water. Remember, you can catch different Pokemon using different rods." So he is very true with that. The fishing rod now that we got is the super rod, and it will allow us to catch level 40 Pokemon. You heard me right, level 40, and you get some pretty good choices. You get a lot of evolved forms of Pokemon you've already come across, for sure, but at the same time, you can get some kind of boost with that, where you don't have to train those lower level stages and levels as much, and you don't have to worry about that too much. So that's kind of nice. You can catch Pokemon like Lantern, Quillfish, actually, here in Kanto, with a little more chance, so you don't have to rely on that swarm. You can actually catch Dragonairs with the Super Rod, which is actually really cool. And yeah, besides that, that's kind of it for the Super Rod. There really are no other new Pokemon besides the ones I missed to go over in the Power Plant and Rock Tunnel, but I'll be going over those in another episode here. But I should also mention, I believe back in Pewter City, there is another in-game trade that is available to you, where if you trade a Gloom, you'll get a Rapidash. You know, you can trade a level 20 Gloom and then get a Rapidash, but I've already said Ponyta isn't that great of a choice. But here we are in Saffron City, and I'm actually going to go ahead and heal. And that will really do for this episode right here. So, next time in Pokemon Silver, we're going to be taking down Sabrina at the Psychic-type gym. So, with that in mind, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Vitamin M, I'm out, dudes.